Hey everyone, hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens and we just arrived to Romania. We literally just landed at the airport a couple hours ago and drove straight to a city called Brașov, which is in the mountains of Romania. It's a beautiful historical city and we're gonna start immediately eating Romanian food here. We're gonna go on a tour of the city, walk around the old town, eat lots of food, and I'm gonna share this experience and all the food with you in this video. So we're just getting started in the old town of Brașov. We're gonna walk around. We're on our way to go eat. Stop for lunch in the public square. I said this is one of the best places for traditional Brasov Romanian food.
Do you have something what you are not eating?
No, we
you
eat everything.
Eat everything.
We eat everything.
So I will tell you in a couple of words what our specialty is.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And Danny.
So we just ordered a bunch of different dishes, especially some of the stews. They specialize in stews and like things cooked in a cauldron here, but also things from the grill. And then we're just talking about Brașov and the city and how it was founded actually by German knights who came through here. And so this city actually has a very interesting history. We're actually on the border of Transylvania, but it has a lot of German influence, this city.
So this is the lemonade with sparkling water.
This is for you. This is for you. Okay. This is Ceaun. If you can smell the plums inside, you know.
It's made from plum.
Yes.
The Romanians are drinking before eat. The Germans after. And here we are drinking before and after.
Cheers.
Cheers. No rock. Yes.
Schnapps.
That is schnapps.
Okay.
It's a little bit sweet, but it has a lot of alcohol.
Good, yeah. But it's strong, but quite smooth.
But yes. Yeah.
Like it's not that, it doesn't really burn that.
Yeah, it's not
much.
burning at all.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, we're just coming into the kitchen to see a little bit of the cooking. So just in the kitchen now and just seeing some of the ingredients. What's really, oh, here come the bread bowls, nice. The bread bowls, which I think they serve the soup in. Anyway, all that polenta over there. What's amazing is that, I mean, I don't know much about Romanian food, and so I'm very interested to learn this entire trip about Romanian food. This is a unique place because, as he was mentioning, just the cultures that have an impact in Brașov, in this city, and the melting pot that it is. Oh, okay.
You can make a photo on this,
okay.
please.
Oh, this is for us. Nice.
Yes.
What? If it's too strong, are you too weak? Traditional bean soup in the bread.
And I'm starting with the bread bowl bean soup, and what's good about the bread bowl is that you can kind of like dig in with your spoon to the bread to pick up that soup, and it just kind of like soaks up, it sponges up, the bread absorbs all of that soup. Oh, it's all about the ham in that soup. You can immediately taste the ham and the beans and the some more liquid. Okay.
Great.
Yeah, that is like as comforting as possible. The beans just like starch in your mouth. The ham is so flavorful. It's wonderful. And I noticed there's some red onions on the side too. Is that to put inside?
Yeah, you have to take the onion
And then eat it together with
a
the
little
soup.
bit salt.
Eat onions and then eat soup.
Yeah.
Taste with the soup. Okay.
Great.
Oh, I like that. Oh, the onions are amazing. Yeah, very good.
Great. For tasting, on this corner we have zakuska, the Romanian zakuska. We have the smashed beans. And here we have fish eggs.
Thank you very much.
And you can try.
Starters that we got are the traditional Romanian kind of like spreads for bread. You eat it along with bread. 3 different. Like really creamy. with that like salty brininess. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Oh, that was awesome. Wiping my mouth. Okay. And then, thank you. Turn the piece of bread to the next one.
The smashed beans.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Like with a little bit of oniony, garlicky taste to that. Oh, I like that a lot.
Zakuska is
That's
the
a cool name too. Zakuska.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The tomatoes in there, the onions, there's beans in there too. Oh yeah. Pickled pepperoni. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Really juicy, sour. Maybe gets a little spicier when you get to the seeds, but not really spicy, but just, that's wonderful.
This is the cabbage rolls.
Cabbage rolls, nice.
The mich, the traditional Romanian cevapcici, mich called. Yeah.
This is called an Eco Chicken Romanian,
Yeah.
and this is very important. The lamb chops, they are very nice. Okay. Pork chop.
Wow, okay.
This is a special meat.
Tables.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh, thank you.
Yes. And a nice lamb chop with the mushrooms.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes. And a fresh Transylvania tomato. Wow. And a little bit of the pork chop. And
Perfect.
and you have here the cabbage rolls.
It's a massive feast.
A food attack.
It's a food attack. It's a meat attack. And all sorts of, these are Romanian dishes, but some of them are specific to this region, right?
Yes.
This region as well.
Transylvania region.
Okay, I got a full plate of everything.
Everything
What a
is
beautiful
there.
plate of food. The pork chop. I have a very soft spot in my heart for pork chops. Sorry, for lamb chops.
Yeah.
For everything lamb. Oh, and there's also like
And
crushed
you can
mushrooms.
take it also. You can take it also with
Oh,
your
okay,
hand. It's
okay.
traditional to eat. It's also.
Oh, if
to
that's
bite it.
tradition, I have to lift it up. Pick up the drumstick. Yes, drumstick. Cheers. Drumstick, cheers. Cheers. Oh. Oh wow.
Wait.
My first taste of Romanian lamb. Oh, it's just fatty, flavorful. It's so juicy and so good. Desperate to also try that mich.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. When you poke down your fork, like the juices just squeeze out. Thank you.
A little bit. I'm cutting.
And so this is made from
Okay.
pork.
How is mustard? Still amazing.
Wow. It's unbelievable. It's like, thank you. It's actually different than a sausage, different than a kebab.
Yeah.
It's its own thing.
It's its
Yeah.
own thing.
And I think like part of it is that texture. And that's just the definition of meat juices just squeezing out. When you take, I mean, from the moment you stab your fork into it, you know how juicy it's gonna be. Wow. That's so good. The next dish that I'm gonna try are the cabbage rolls. And when I think about this region, cabbage rolls is one of the most famous things. That's one of the, maybe the only things that I knew from this region. So the cabbage rolls is all stuffed with meat and then you eat it with sour cream. Oh, the cabbage rolls are wonderful. And you taste some dill in there too. Oh, that's amazing. And he said they were cooked for 6 or 7 hours. And then the last dish that I haven't tried yet, it's a mountain, like a wild mountain chicken. I'll just go ahead and grab that drumstick. Oh, the meat is, it's wonderful. It's like succulent. You gotta eat a lot of garlic, right? To scare away the vampires. Because of the, we are 30 kilometers from Dracula. And that's a garlic sauce. It's like a thin garlic sauce, but that chicken is fantastic.
The last one is a traditional Romanian dessert.
Wow, I was just licking my drumstick bone clean when the dessert has arrived.
Big donut with cream and marmalade.
Wow.
Yes, it's a small one. That's a small
Usually there are
one.
2 pieces.
Wow, okay.
And what's the name of it again? A
Papanash.
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 This is a Romanian donut called papanash.
And it just looks like a donut volcano.
Yeah.
Hollow on the inside with just cream and marmalade, like a berry marmalade,
Yeah,
just like spewing out of the top. Wow. It's like a hot, like deep fried, crispy donut. Gooey on the
Yeah.
inside with that mix, that swirl of cream and tart marmalade. A dangerously good dessert. I don't say that very often either. More like tart. Everybody's happy now after lunch. We're off to just walk around and explore a little bit of Brașov. I think we'll be eating again sometime soon. So we're just passing what's called the Black Church, and it is a massive church. Especially during the time that they built it, it was to show power. They showed the riches through the construction through the churches. So. Okay. Yeah. Next up, we're moving into this park. Oh, it's like a mountain goat. Is it? And so we came here to see.
To see the first main gate to enter the cities from the Middle Age. Yes.
Middle Age. We are hiking up the side, kind of actually to the side of the mountain, up the city a little bit, passing by tennis courts with that view. And the forest here is just spectacularly beautiful, and especially in the autumn right now when the leaves are so yellow and falling. But they say there's a lot of bears in the forest, even right here, and at nighttime. Bears often come down. Sometimes bears even go into the city, which is right there. We're now going back down and descending into the old city. This is called the Rope Street, which is one of the most famous streets in the city, but also in Europe. And it's actually an alley, it's a passageway built for firefighters. So they had access to either side. But yeah, you can touch this side and touch this side. It's like about a meter, a little over a meter. And it's like a slot canyon. It's fantastic with colors, it's beautiful. And so lots of people leave their signature, leave their mark on the wall here. Yeah, it's a beautiful street.
And it's also amazing from this side, you can see
Yeah.
also the Brașov
You can see the Brașov sign there.
Yeah.
Very cool. And this is the final stretch coming outside. Okay, back out onto the road.
Because in Transylvania you get amazing truffles.
So what are we stopping here to eat?
Yes, fresh pasta made with Parmigiano, and a big whole Parmigiano, and with fresh Transylvanian truffles, black truffles.
Yes, I didn't even know we were gonna stop here to eat. That's wonderful. I love his passion, but we're eating pasta with, the truffles of Transylvania are very famous as well. And this is the spot.
Customers, that's the reason also.
Fully automatic, drops the pasta into the boiling water on automatic. It's like an elevator, a pasta elevator. And then she's gonna stir that up. You can smell the fumes of the pasta. And it's gonna go in the giant wheel of cheese with truffles. Oh man, there's nothing I'd want to eat more right now than some pasta with Transylvanian truffles.
Fresh truffle, you can smell it. It's amazing.
Oh yeah. truffle on the bread with a little bit of the oil to get a pure taste of the truffle. Oh wow, that truffle, such a depth of flavor, that Transylvanian. I mean, just from my first bite, it's not quite as rich as some other truffles that I've had. But it's more very fragrant, it's so foresty. Oh, it's so good. So in order to make the pasta, what she did is she boiled the pasta in that, I'm gonna call it a pasta elevator, then kind of just stir fried it in some melted butter with a little bit of herbs. Then after that, into the wheel of Parmesan, stirred that around, just coating it in the Parmesan. And then the final touch, which is really the reason we came here, is to taste the Transylvanian truffle. And so she just sprinkled that on. Wow. That is some quality pasta. Quite a lot of amazing cheese on there. And just that touch of the Transylvanian truffle. Yes, sure.
Do it with your hand.
Thank you. Yes, I do want more. Take the reins of the truffle and grate it on. Oh, it's so fragrant. Exactly.
I see. It's maybe I think some vinegar.
Oh man, so many firsts for me today. Look at me, it's me. I'm swimming inside of the cappuccino. Or they take your photo. Actually, he just took my photo with his cell phone, and moments later he walks out with a cappuccino with my face on it. Drinking a coffee with my face in it. With my head in it. And it's a good coffee too. Okay, and they just brought out the massive dessert platter. Wow, that's a lot of desserts. I'm gonna eat a flower. Yeah, like a flan. Chocolate lava cake. Wow. Okay, and then finally the tiramisu to end this. This was just a unplanned, no, it was planned, just I had no idea about it. Stop. What a restaurant, that was fun, yeah. Just really good quality everything. So Brașov was incredible to walk around, especially the old city and the food. From here we're back in the van and we're driving, it's about 20 minutes out of town into the mountains to the hotel that we're gonna stay at, and then we're gonna go have dinner. We arrived to Alpine Resort, and this is actually on a plateau in Brașov, in the mountains. It's beautiful here, and this is one of the main ski resort areas of all of Romania. I had no clue we were even gonna come here, but this is an amazing surprise. They hooked us up with, we're on the 12th floor. This is a massive room. Actually, I haven't even walked around yet, but this is a classic hotel. And this is the bedroom. The fresh air, the view of the mountains. What a classic hotel. From here, we are on our way to go eat dinner. Stina Turistica.
Exactly.
That's the name of the restaurant, and this is it's an amazingly beautiful property. It's, you step inside, it's almost like a Romanian pantry of pickled things and animals and sheep. Oh, and that meat cabinet. This is where we're gonna have dinner. Bears, there's a fox, and those are antlers, the entire chandelier. Wow, what a dining room. And then everything is sheep wool, like around in wood. Very Romanian forest. There are bears everywhere. Chose to sit at this little cozy just surround. Oh wow! Just you can just sink into the sheep wool.
Liqueur. It's made from zima višine.
What is this one called though?
It's Vishinata.
Vishinata. Vishinata. Norok.
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 It's sweet, but
Yeah.
it has alcohol.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll feel after 2-3.
The shots are now flying out. What are the little vases called? The vase?
Soy.
Soy. The soys are just flying out onto the table now. Wow. Fresh bread crunch. Can you hear that? And it's made from potatoes.
With
Like a
potatoes.
wheat
Flowers.
potatoes. Ah, okay.
You'll feel a bit different taste.
Mm-hmm. It's so crispy, crusty. This is kind of like the traditional Romanian appetizer plates, starters, and like all the different meats, mostly pig. There's sheep cheese, there's fried pork cracklings. I'm gonna start with the pig skin. And it's just like, oh yeah, wow, that's really good. That's like pig skin jerky, but it's like gelatinized but crunchy at the same time. That's amazing. Oh, thank you. I believe this is some of the sheep cheese. Really hearty cheese, really fatty tasting. I love it.
Or
Smashed it.
Yeah, and
the fresh one. Ears of pig, liver,
tongue.
fat, meat.
Yeah.
And then
when we
like
keep it like this,
jelly.
small, yeah, in jelly, and the jelly is made from the grease.
Okay. And I love the rough cut smashed onion. They'd actually just smash it with their hand, and that's the best way to eat an onion because the juices come out. Oh wow. Similar to the head cheese. Like the head cheese. You can taste the black pepper in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. And it's so gelatinous. Some of this salami down here.
Yeah.
Some of that salami with onion. I love it, eating it with onion and everything. And they have come over to our table to play some music. Right on the table side, that was impressively beautiful. And we actually had the full beginning course of the meal, and now we're just kind of relaxing. It's common to take a little break before the main course. Main course is served. We're actually eating mainly different stews, but amazing meaty stews. The aromas, this one is actually the deer. This is a deer stew. This one is a rooster stew, but with all the parts. There's like multiple rooster combs in here. There's multiple rooster testicles. And then the other stew is beef cheeks and mushrooms, so three different stews. It's really hearty, home-style cooking, and it looks and smells delicious. I'm gonna start with the rooster stew with the comb and a testicle. Oh, they're delicious. It's like a natural sausage. It has this skin around it that just that snaps. And the rooster comb. And then a piece of the rooster comb next. Yeah. It's such a textural delight. It's jelly and like snappy at the same time, but it's so good. Okay, and next up I'm going for that, the beef cheeks. The beef cheeks, and there's a bunch of mushrooms in it as well. Oh wow, it's wonderful. It's so tender. I'm not sure if there's red wine in it.
Yeah, it is.
Red wine? Okay. Yeah. What I like about it is it's really flavorful, but it's not too rich because it's not like a creamy, it's like just wonderful flavor, focusing on that beef and those mushrooms. And they brought some green chilies for us as well. Yeah, as you get to the seeds, it gets a bit spicier.
Good.
Yes. Okay, the roasted peppers. Oh, and they're kind of pickled too, right? Oh, nice. Yeah.
In that way, I
Slightly vinegary. Again, so refreshing. That's, oh wow. And then the final stew is the deer stew. And that is also cooked down with mushrooms and a rich dark sauce. And that is so just, it's pork tender, you don't need a knife. Oh wow. Okay. That deer, wow, that's good. It's so unbelievably tender. And then that sauce is just like a, it's just like a deer flavored sauce with the mushrooms to give it that like rounded out balance of flavor. Wow, that's good. This is just made to mop up with the bread. Wow, that's good. But it's time for dessert. For dessert, we're having two classic Romanian desserts. One is a yogurt, like a yogurt cake. Oh, it's almost like eggy to me. And like layers of dough. Okay, now I taste the yogurt as I keep on chewing. Not too sweet, it's more sour. It's really good. And then, final bite for tonight, Romanian apple pie. And now I can just put my head down. I'm gonna sink in for the night. Oh, that was so good. That was just an outstanding meal. Everything. That was just an outstanding dinner. And normally I would end the entire video for the day right now after dinner at night. But today is a special day in Romania, and we have a special breakfast coming up tomorrow morning that's gonna be part of this Brașov food tour. So I'm gonna end the video for tonight, and I will see you tomorrow morning for breakfast. Good morning. We are taking the scenic route to breakfast today. By that I mean the scenic ride to breakfast. These e-bikes, they're awesome, and we're gonna be going uphill. You guys have breakfast.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Just like boosts you forward. It's amazing. Turbo. Oh, it's actually tiring getting up. That's a steep hill. But I'm loving the morning exercise. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, bravo, bravo, bravo! Just got off the bikes, we made it to the top. That was a serious climb. That was amazing. I loved it. Wow, the view. Yeah.
View here.
Spectacular.
Take a look, yes.
It is spectacular. This ski hut and whole complex, it was actually built back in 1883.
traditional breakfast with a Romanian traditional schnapps, palinka, in the mountain. Enjoy and welcome to us.
Welcome Romania.
Noroc.
Noroc.
Let's give you power. Wow. You're seeing the mountains.
Wow, so they said the word and like 12 plates of breakfast have arrived on the table. In seconds, the table is just completely covered in everything from an assortment of pork, I believe, cured pork, a massive pan of eggs, more eggs, vegetables, the cheese platter, the olives, and then the Romanian, those are kind of like bread spreads. Cheesy egg. Thank you very much.
Enjoy. And yes, liver. Yeah.
Okay, sitting down for a massive breakfast feast. What I'm gonna try first is the eggs with an entire, so like the skillet of eggs, the entire bottom foundation was all melted caramelized cheese and then fried eggs on top of that. That is like a hearty mountain eggs and cheese and everything and vegetables and it's just fresh and wonderful. Okay, this is a special type of cheese which is from this area. Yeah, it's a strong cheese, a sharp cheese, and it's what the unique part about this cheese is that it's cured or prepared in the bark of an evergreen tree, which is like from right out there. Yeah. Is it a sheep cheese?
Yes.
Okay, you taste the, yeah, you know it's a sheep cheese immediately. Really good. Yeah, very sharp tasting. Oh, I think there's beans in that and tomatoes. And then the black pepper is really good. That's like a tomato jam almost. And then something I love in Romania so far is just all the, you have the heavy cheeses, the meats, but there's always fresh vegetables as well. So the mountain vegetables, the green onions, the radish, the tomatoes. And it's just so fresh and like it's strong, but the flavor is amazing. There's like a peppery taste in that crust, but more like a citrusy pepper. Just one day in Brașov, I'm noticing the importance of the beverages, strong beverages in Transylvania. And this is another mountain Transylvania. It's a tea, a specialty of this region, tea with rum. Oh yeah, that is more like rum with tea, I think. Wow, it's actually pretty good though. Sweet and warm and lemony. We have come to the end of this tour of Brașov. Unbelievable experience starting from yesterday in the old town. Dinner that was a highlight, and then having breakfast here, the e-bike ride up the mountain. And this is just a spectacularly beautiful place. What a city, what a time we've had here. Big thank you to everyone who hosted us, and I am blown away by the beauty, the food, the people, the amazing people. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. I wanna say a huge thank you for watching, and I'll have a lot more amazing food and culture videos in this Romanian food series, so I'll have the link in the description box that you can check out all the videos. I wanna say a big thank you for watching. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below, I'd love to hear from you, and if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe and also click the little bell icon so you'll get notified of the next video that I publish. Thanks again for watching. Goodbye from Brașov. I'll see you on the next video. I just climbed a little bit up the mountain to take a selfie.
Here you see, we have also...
That variety is good to eat?
I think so.
Again, just a huge thanks to Matcha. He just went above and beyond to show us an amazing time in Brașov. I mean, above everything, we just had so much fun just hanging out, just laughing, eating, enjoying.